morning, Randy T-Bird out here in sunny, temperate Arizona today. Beautiful morning, about 7:30 in the morning on Sunday morning, just out for a ride. Get away from the world for a little bit on the motorcycle, as you all know, tends to do. Hope you all been doing well. Been crazy busy at work. It seems to be a theme here lately. Just had an oil change yesterday on the bike, 3,000 miles, and just had the fluids changed and all that good stuff. And I've had the bike 4 months now. And I was thinking the other day, what are the pros and cons of the 2021 Harley Davidson Street Bob 114? And well, I'm going to jump right into that. Pros: motor, big powerful motor. I love the torque monster 114 motor. This thing is the quickest Harley by far that I've ever owned, including modified ones that I've had. This bike moves right along from 2,000 RPM up. You don't really have to give it a lot of throttle. You just roll it on and she goes, and you go from 60 to 80 in a flash. And it's a great motor, mechanically quiet. It's vibration with the twin counterbalancers is minimal. You get a little buzz in the bars and a little buzz in the foot pegs, but it never becomes oppressive or extreme. And so that's motor. Second would be transmission. This 6-speed shifts better than any 6-speed that I've ever had, and I've had a couple, and very smooth. I did put on a different shift lever that had a multi-position place for the shift peg, and I ran that a little while, and I didn't like the way it felt. It didn't seem to want to tighten down all the way, and it was kind of floppy. And I know that on a spline shaft, that's the last thing you want is a loose fit on the splines. So I changed it back to the stock, and I will live with stock until something better comes around. Another pro is Harley Davidson's fit and finish, second to none. Excellent paint. I know I've talked about this before. The paint is glass smooth, no orange peel, and that includes the frame and all the other pieces that are on there. The Harley accessories that I put on it are exemplary in their construction and their fit and finish as well. That I'm just always been impressed with Harley Davidson's ability to build a quality motorcycle, and a quality just a class act. Their powder coating is great, and motor finish is awesome. Number 3, handling. The bike handles very well. It's very responsive. I've had a couple of Milwaukee 8 Softails, as you well know, and this bike, being the lightest of the bunch, handles extremely well. Turns, it doesn't wobble. It turns as good as any bike with a 60+ inch wheelbase is going to turn, and 30-inch rake. What is this guy in front of me doing? Stay on the road, dude. It's too early to be drunk, so it must be just must be cell phone or confusion or something. Anyway, that's beside the point. Back to handling. Awesome handling bike. Very good handling. 4, just like the overall looks of the bike. Bike is awesome. But as with any mechanical device, you're going to have cons as well. The cons, I would say, is... oh, geez, I got a couple. The rear brake is abysmal. Is absolutely abysmal. It doesn't want to stop. You have to stand on it to get it to stop. And I've never had a Harley Davidson with such a dead rear brake on it. The front brake in comparison is awesome. It's very strong, 2-finger, 3-finger stop. While it's no road racing brake or no sport bike brake, it is very good for this. And I'm kind of a front brake type guy anyway. I do probably 80% of my stopping with the front brake. The old wives' tale of you're going to flip over the bars is just dumb. If anybody knows how weight distribution works, it's not a 10-speed bicycle. So, and anyway, that's probably my biggest complaint on the bike. Second would have to be ergonomics, and that's a subjective thing because pretty much everybody has to change a bike around to how it fits them. I'm a bit stretched out on this bike, and if it's possible, the seat was too low, but the Saddleman seat picks me up and gives me back support. The stock seat was terrible. It was only good for about 20 minutes before you started hating it. And while it looked great, it was definitely, I put that in the chopper category of well, you got to be tough to ride it. So, at any rate, I'm happy with the seat now. I've done some more adjustments, again, as you have to do. I had to put a fairing on it because the wind protection, well, there was none, and so the wind at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour was doing its best to drag you off the back of the bike. Well, with the seat now, it doesn't have to do that. So I'm not a big fan of the so-called further forward mid controls. They're kind of halfway between a forward control and a mid control. I prefer a true mid control as opposed to a forward control. These are somewhere in the middle, and while I've made some adjustments as much as you can with that, the change of the seat did change the rider triangle some, and that allowed a little bit more comfort, but I still prefer that they'd be farther back. And I'm not really impressed with the upgrade kit that Harley sells for, she's probably $1,000, and $1,000 in changing it to true mids. Don't think I'll buy that. I think I'll just learn to live with this. And probably the other cons is, and you can look at this either way, but Harley has a massive catalog. The aftermarket is massive, so you're never done spending money on them. Even when you think you're done, there's probably something else that's going to be developed by some of the very crafty and ingenious people out there to make you spend your money. So right now I'm fairly happy with the way she is. With the addition of the Road Warrior fairing, it really changed things for me. Again, aftermarket will bankrupt you, so that's that. But that's my thoughts on the pros and cons of the 114 Street Bob, the new 2021. Very happy with this bike, and can't say that it would not be a good choice for most people. If you're looking for more of a touring thing, then you probably won't like it. But if you like a rip around, sporty styled bike that goes well, this would be a good bike for you. And having had multiple Street Bobs in my life, I'm a big fan of this bike. Anyway, this is Randy T-Bird out here at Arizona Sunday morning. I'm going to do more video later, but this one I'm going to sign off. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm at 490 this morning. Would love to see that 500 if you guys can. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Share this video. I'd sure appreciate it. Randy T-Bird, I'm out.